Your inbox pings at 6:42 a.m. Subject line, hiring update. The open role you have been covering is on hold. No date, no reason, just frozen. Your calendar is already stacked. You message your manager. They say budgets are tight. And to do what you can. That is the quiet part. The plan is not to fire you. It is to see if the team runs without the missing person. This is not a normal slowdown. It is a slow removal. No big layoff email. No news stories. Just roles that go empty and never come back. If nothing breaks, you have been made optional. Think about it like this. Companies are not swinging axes. They are turning dials. One freeze. One denied backfill, one not approved this quarter. It starts with a hiring freeze. Someone leaves. The work does not leave. It lands on you. Finance calls it temporary. Weeks become months. The request expires in the system. No layoff memo, just an empty seat and a bigger workload. Meanwhile, leaders get goals that sound harmless. Fewer layers, bigger teams, span of control, translation, combine roles. A senior person is told to stretch across two areas. If they can carry both, one job goes away without a word. Here's the brutal math. A 52-year-old analyst with $165,000 in total compensation. Health benefits cost $8,000 to $18,000 a year. Keep that seat, and the company pays six figures every year, plus retirement match. Or they swap that role for a $95,000 contractor with no benefits and no long-term cost. Or they buy a $40,000 automation tool that runs all night. On a spreadsheet, the choice is obvious. What most people don't see is how the levers stack. Finance cuts operating spend. Human resources relevels titles to push salaries down. Information technology rolls out workflow bots for invoicing, reconciliations, and audit checks. The story told is efficiency and transformation. The effect is fewer full-time people. Contractors then fill the visible gaps. Headcount drops on the org chart. The same work flows through vendors. Productivity per head looks great because the denominator, full-time staff, shrank. Wall Street likes that chart. Your evenings carry the cost. You can spot the signals if you're paying attention. Org charts merge. Temporary stretch assignments never end. Travel returns for execs, but hiring stays closed. JIRA boards overlap across teams. Standard procedures get rewritten by people you've never met. New software licenses appear while recruiter activity goes quiet. That is not confusion. That is lock-in. Quiet quotas drive it. Directors here reduce spans by 10% or take out 2 layers. Older specialists get player coach roles they didn't ask for. Coach 3 juniors while hitting your own targets. If you manage it, leadership learns 1 senior can cover 4 people. If you miss, they call it performance. Now the 90-day test. Someone leaves. Key metrics hold. Customer issues do not spike. Sales dip, then level off as the team builds quick automations and shortcuts. That becomes proof. The role was non-critical. No backfill needed. Absence becomes evidence. Let's run the math again, simple and plain. 2 full-time analysts at $120,000 each. That's $240,000 plus 25% to 35% for benefits and taxes. Call it roughly $300,000. Or 1 analyst at $120,000 plus $25,000 in automation tools and $60,000 in contractor hours when needed. That is around $205,000. Savings are about $95,000 a year. On paper, that is a win. For you, it is a warning. Impact shows up in the people who stay. Pay growth stalls. Burnout gets called high standards. Engagement surveys dip. Voluntary exits climb. Those exits get counted as personal choice, not a design. The system says it is resilient. What it is really doing is wearing people down until they leave on their own. Here is the part that should worry you. Hiring freezes and backfill denials are not pauses, they are tests. If the lights stay on, leadership resets the baseline to do it with fewer people. Once that line moves, it rarely moves back. So what do you watch for if you are over 45 in a white-collar job? Simple tells. Your title stays the same while your scope doubles. Your goals add outputs from roles that went dark. Your calendar fills with handoffs that used to be done by someone else. New tools show up with assistant or co-pilot in the name, but there is no training time and no headcount to support rollout. A finance partner starts attending your staff meetings. A project gets sunset without a replacement. Your team chat gets quiet after 6 in the evening, but your queue does not shrink. This is shadow attrition. No press, no big event, just fewer people each quarter, and the ones left carrying 2 jobs. The freeze was the signal. The math is the engine. And the tools waiting in the wings make the change permanent. Now, the tools. This is where the quiet math sticks. Not robot arms on a factory line, but simple software that moves work at night. Start with automation. Rules that read invoices, match receipts, flag mistakes, and post entries. No coffee, no breaks, no overtime. Month end used to pull weekends from your team. Now the batch runs at 2 a.m. The deadline holds. The headcount doesn't. Then AI layers on top. Drafts that took a week now take an hour. Test cases that took days are auto-generated and run. Customer replies get templated and sent while you sleep. Reports that nobody loved writing get pulled from dashboards and cleaned by a prompt. Teams of 8 become teams of 3 plus a stack of tools. The output looks the same. The cost does not. Here's how it shows up in white-collar work. Finance closes faster with fewer eyes. Accounts payable and accounts receivable run with far fewer touches. Audit logs record the work the bots did, so reviews shrink. In marketing, first drafts, subject lines, and ad variants. AI cranks out 20 options in seconds. In sales operations, data cleanup and territory splits get automated. In HR, screening notes and policy summaries write themselves. The same cycle repeats. If the tool can do the first 70%, leaders ask why you still need the second person. Security and legal give cover. Data risk sets rules that push work into hubs. If you are outside the hub, you are outside the plan. No one needs to say layoff. The system just routes around you. There is also a trick with metrics. Productivity per person rises because the denominator, people, drops, while tools fill the gap. It looks like a win. It feels like extra nights and early mornings for the people who remain. Older workers feel the squeeze first. Tools update monthly. Training windows get short. You are judged against a moving target. Last year's skill is now table stakes. If your value is not tied to the new stack, the stack becomes the value. On paper, experience that does not map to the tools gets marked down. You can see the rollout if you watch the small things. Standard procedures start to read like they were written by software. Jira boards overlap, then merge. Tool licenses expand without matching job posts. Training invites focus on platforms, not people. Leaders stop asking who will do this and start asking why is anyone still doing this? Here is a simple test you can run in your head. List your weekly tasks. Circle anything that is rules-based, repeatable, or pulls from a template. Those are first. Now circle tasks that need judgment, but start with a draft. Emails, briefs, summaries, quality assurance checklists. Those are next. What is left is smaller than it feels. The freeze then locks the change in. After a quarter on tools, requests to hire look wasteful. We just proved we can do it. That line ends more careers than a layoff email ever did. No drama, just no approval. Let us do the math one more time. with real ranges. Benefits load for full-timers often runs 25% to 35%, so a $140,000 salary can cost near $180,000. Compare that to $25,000 in tools, $60,000 in flexible contractors, and one core person at $140,000, around $225,000 total, versus two core people at roughly $360,000. That is a $135,000 yearly difference. Multiplied across 10 roles, you are at 7 figures. That is how decisions get made. This is not hype. It is a quiet swap. Not replace Jim with a bot. It is keep results, change inputs, one at a time. Here is the truth. They are not firing you for failing. They are rewriting the job so software, policy, and cheap capacity can do it cheaper. If this helped you see the pattern, subscribe for clear breakdowns without fluff. Share what you are noticing: freezes, tool rollouts, titles that did not change while work doubled. Comment with the earliest warning sign where you work. Then watch the next episode on how 2026 cuts spread through white-collar jobs in real time.